Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Christian Tammy here, live to you from Toronto, Canada. And it's always an honor and a pleasure to share with you these Saturday trainings. And this morning, it's a really important training because we want to really give you a lot of the techniques when it comes to prospecting. As you know, we've done some trainings on inviting or making your list, the art of prospecting, the art of inviting, following up, third party credibility. These are all the things that we've done. And we certainly recommend for you to go back to the GVO. Let me rephrase that. It's the GVO YouTube channel where got backup all our tools, all our videos, everything is there, and there's a playlist tab. If you click on the playlist, you'll notice as there's different options of playlists you can choose from, and the one I'm referring to is a Success Cycle series. Click on this playlist and start watching some of those videos because it will be in line with the training we're talking about today. Today, we're going to give you the mindset around this, but also we're going to try to share with you some practical examples that Tammy and I are doing by showing you a little bit of our back office and Got Backup. So before we begin here, we like to always introduce all of you that are coming here bright and early. Bashir, thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. I believe you're from India. Welcome. Good morning, Regeneration Zone. Great to have you here. Robert from New York. Great to have you here. Kim from Florida. How are you, buddy? Great to have you here. No, we're not in Vegas this year. We're actually we are in Toronto. We're doing the VIP virtual.
Many things going on. Yeah.
Yeah. We're just too busy. We have too much going on. Let's see here. Guylaine, bonjour, bienvenue. Great to have you here from Quebec, Canada. We have here Marie from Panama. Welcome. We have Linda from North Carolina. We have, let's see here. Let's see. We have Francis from Ghana. Welcome, Francis. We have FinTalk 26 from China, India. Welcome. Great to have you here. Let's see. We have Lavinia from Hampton, Virginia. We have James from Virginia. We have Kelvin from Ghana. Dr. Kewe, how are you, sir? Great to have you here. It's an honor to have you with us today. He is in London. He is a Ghanaian working in London. Great to have you here, sir. We have here Imelda. Welcome. Great. From the Philippines. Great to have you here. We have Courtney from Ontario. We have Enionam from Ghana. Let's see here. We have Abhinandan from India. Great to have you here. Now in Miami, Florida. Okay, cool. Awesome. We have Andre here from Ecuador. Cool. We have Johnny from Ghana. We have Lillian from Ghana. We have Kim Wooden from Toronto. Great to have you here. Let's see. We have Jennifer from Denver, Colorado. We have Didi from Brazil. We have Maurice.
Lots of global
from
presence.
Florida. And we have Stephen from Wales. And Maurice will be in Florida in about less than 30 days. That's what we do for the past 12 years. Every year on January 1st, we go to Florida. Tammy and I don't do winters anymore. We spend Christmas with the family. And once this is done, after New Year's Eve, boom, we fly to our sanctuary in Daytona Beach, Florida. So, and folks, again, welcome. It's awesome to have you all here. So at this point, folks, what we want to do here is talk about mastering power prospecting techniques. Hope you guys are ready for this. Now, what we're going to be covering here today is introduction to prospecting. Just some aspects that I think are important to talk about. The prospecting paradigm. We'll talk about this. Building relationship first. It's not just about selling, folks. We are making friends. We're solving problems for people. We'll talk about that. Engagement strategies. We'll talk about this. Leveraging social media for prospecting, folks. There's a lot we can do today with this. Warm market launch strategy. We'll talk about daily power prospecting tips. We'll talk about leveraging accountability and mentoring, folks. This is really, really, really important. We'll talk about that also. Tracking your progress and closing and as a call to action, making sure that we take action with the knowledge that we're going to be sharing with you here today. So back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, so we're excited about doing this. It's one thing that Chris and I do is we set up groups and we do power prospecting, and we've been doing this for years and years and years and years. So it's a lot of fun, and it's engaging, and that's the key, is to keep your team members actively engaged. So power prospecting defined is to think of power prospecting as working smarter and not harder. It's you don't have to do this consistently every day. You can just run with it and have everybody doing a whole week of a certain thing, or 1 hour power. We're going to share that with you. And that's what it's all about, is to keep people focused, keeping the energy up, people engaged in connecting with people, especially new people. You guys, this is a perfect time of year to meet a lot of new people, right? There's a lot of things going on social media. There's a lot of things going on in your local markets, events, parties, leading up to the holidays, lots of things. So there's no excuse right now to talk to a lot of people. And so it's so crucial, because if you want to grow in your business, if you want to thrive in your business, you need to be talking to people. That's what we do, right? We solve problems. We connect with people. We solve problems. We engage people in conversations that are going to lead to some pain points that they might have, and you've got the solution when it comes to Got Backup. So it's super, super exciting to engage and connect with people, because what you're going to realize is as you get out there and you connect with people, you realize that you do have something in common. A lot of people are afraid to go up and talk to people. I know I was. When I was new, I was super, super shy. Believe it or not, I was super shy. And to talk to a total stranger was never an easy thing for me. But as I started to get out there and get out of comfort zone, that's when I really saw the benefits of friendships and getting to know new people. And there's a lot of people out there that need what you have, right? So it's just a matter of having those conversations. And when we talk about the power hour, it's fun to get your group together and just 1 hour every day, and you just focus on prospecting. So if everybody's in their own household, and you guys hop on a Zoom session and you get your team members for 1 hour, everybody's focused, doing their thing. And they go silent and they're calling people, they're texting people, they're on social media, connecting with people. And by doing that, it gets people talking to a whole lot more people, because you get into this momentum when you're doing it. At the beginning, for the first 5 minutes, you're kind of warming up. But as you go along, you'd be surprised how fast this is going to go in connecting with people. Even if all you do is text people and go, "Hey, John, Tammy here. How are you?" Or just, "Hey, John," or whatever. And after, you're going to notice that a lot of people are going to respond back. That's when you have an opening to connect with people. So it's all about creating those power hours. It's about just taking that time to do it, because that's what we do, you guys. We talk to people, we solve their problems, we give them solutions, and we bring them into the business and teach them how they can do it.
I totally agree, Tammy. And by the way, Marie, I saw your comment is, do my downline get automatic invitation to this? Listen, yes, God Backup does send a training for this. It does send an email, but remember that a lot of time emails end up in people's junk mail. So I highly recommend that you take the responsibility to, if you're not in a Telegram group, make sure you get on the Telegram group. You can access that from your back office of God Backup. But at this point, we always post the links of our events, and you can cut and paste that link and put it into your respective groups, or you can send a message to your team members and things like that. So I just started mentioning that. It's really, really important. Is we try to do everything we can to automate the business for you, but you have to take responsibility to do this also on your own if you want to have the ultimate best results. And we also welcome your feedback and comments and anything that you have to share as we share. Some of you are seasoned marketers listening to this here, and we're honored to have you here. Some of you are probably brand new. You're still in the crib, if you understand my meaning, and you're kind of learning your way around. You may have some questions. We'll try to address them as we see them. So again, thank you for being here. Now, following Tammy's concept here, or discussion on the power of prospecting, the thing that's very important is the paradigm of prospecting. Patience. It is absolutely critical that you understand that sometimes I know we want to make money, we want to make the sale, we have bills to pay, we're under pressure. Trust me, I get it. We're all in that same boat. But the thing, folks, is you need to understand that if people feel that you are desperate to recruit them, they're going to smell you. They're going to feel it. And that energy is not positive energy. So it's really important that you are patient in the process and don't put all your hope into one prospect in hoping that if this person does this, this is going to change everything for me. Don't think that way. It's just another prospect, big or not big, and you never know who could actually run with this. So plant the seeds, right? And the fact here is it's the consistency. If Tammy and I can credit a big part of our success is we are consistent. We are coming here every single Saturday, no matter what, to make sure that we provide this training to you. Every single Friday, we are committed to present this at 11 o'clock, no matter what. And this is over and above the things that we do personally for ourselves. And we train people, we educate people, we constantly do things. But the point is, you have to be consistent at whatever it is you're doing. If you always start and go on vacation forever and then come back and start again, think of the plane that you're trying to take off the ground. If the plane stops every 2 minutes, it's never going to have the speed and momentum to get the wind underneath the wings to lift the plane off the ground. You need the speed. You need the momentum. And that happens with consistency. So it's very, very important. But also be patient with the process, but be organized. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. Understanding duplication cycle. See, when you prospect consistently, you're not just growing your own success, you're creating a blueprint for others that can follow you. And this is another big part of building this business is duplicating. And if you prospect and invite, I'm telling you, your downline will do the same. The ones that are watching you. There's always folks that are going to be sitting on the sideline forever, and that's okay. That's fine. It's totally cool. But there are those of us that are going to be running with this, and they will do what you do. Be consistent and encourage the duplication process. What's the duplication process? And we'll talk a little bit about that later on, but I would recommend that make sure that you link, and we'll show you some posts. I'll show you some examples when people opt in and they start receiving my emails. I'll show you some of the things that I'm showing, and I'm using the tools that are providing we've got backup. I'll point it out to you so you can duplicate that. And the thing is, have a long-term mindset. Very important. Often we give ourselves limits. If this doesn't work in 6 months, I'm done. I'm moving on to this other deal. That is a very common thing that I see. And that's very important. You know, yesterday we were listening to the GoPro thing, and we're listening to a gentleman who's very seasoned. He's 70 years old. Is that time? I think, was he 79 or I think it was 79?
Yeah, 78,
79 years old. The guy has made multi-millions of dollars. And the one thing, his message that he told the audience is, guys, stop jumping ship every 2 days. My expression, every 2 years or every 2 months or every 3 months. Stick with it, but be consistent at it. It doesn't matter what you sell. What matters is how people feel around you when you talk about whatever it is that you're talking about. And it just happened that we have a service that everyone needs. It just depends on how you bring it up. And it's a price point that everyone can afford. Folks, we're in a blue ocean right now. I even noticed, again, I'm using Eric's example because we're watching him, is programs are so expensive all the time. And you know what he did? Now they're $9 a month. Hole and behold. Do you see what's going on, folks? We are on target. God Backup is on target. The price point, the service, and things constantly evolve. So I'm a little bit sidelined here, but I'm trying to bring this in perspective. It's a long-term mindset that's important that you keep in mind as you build your business. And it's important that you see the vision. If you don't see the vision, attend our trainings on Saturday as you are today here. Come into our presentation on Wednesday evening with Joel. Go to the presentation that are hosted by the wonderful leaders that are here today. So attend those events. Don't just show up for Christmas or, you go to church once a year because it's New Year's Eve. It's the consistency. It's the consistency of doing those activities that are giving you the results you're looking for in whatever area that you want to improve in your life. So very, very important. Your loyalty is very important. That's what Tammy and I have. And one of the reasons why a lot of folks are following us is because they know that we're loyal and we're consistent. And if they follow us in 3 months from now, we're not going to jump ship somewhere else. They can rely on where we are. These are all the things, these are all the paradigms that people are going to remember when you come across whatever opportunity that you want to share, which obviously we're talking about God backup here. Okay, very important. Your leads will turn into prospects, which will turn into customers or maybe even associates. Either way, it's fine by me. Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, and it's not often, it's not when you want it to happen. You got to have a good system of follow up in the process, because it takes time to build relationships. I mean, everybody's out there selling everything, right? So you have to be careful with that. If they see you coming at them trying to sell them something, they're gonna run away. So, anyways, it's all about the relationship first, right? When you can build a relationship with somebody and find a way to solve some of the problems that they might have, then you're both gonna win. And that's the key, is to create that win-win. So active listening, you guys, active listening. So many people are so focused on what they want to say that they're not engaged in the conversation, right? So you have to listen to see where people are at so that you know where their pain point is. People are so open when they feel that you genuinely care about them, and they're going to open up and tell you all kinds of things, even more than you expect. Yeah, so it's very important. Be genuinely engaged in the present moment with that person, listening to where they're at. Okay, so when you listen more than you speak, people feel valued. And that's the key. This is building the trust factor. And that's what we've been sharing with you with a lot of these sessions that we do. It's all about building that. And it's going to do that naturally when you listen to people and help them through whatever it is that they're going through emotionally. And yeah, so showing genuine interest in people.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be interested in people, you guys, even if it's something that you can't relate to. Ask more questions about it. I don't know much about that, tell me more about it. And you're getting them excited because they're proud of what they do, they're proud of what they have, right? So you want to open people up and build those conversations, and in those conversations you're going to find something that you totally connect. And this is how I have my strength in especially on social media, well, in person too, but on social media, you're not physically there to that the body language that you have in person is a little bit different than on social media, right? So it's about just being authentic, just being there, connecting with people, and they can feel whether you're engaged into what they have, their life, about them. So it's very important, you guys. This is far more important than the sale itself. You need to understand that. Far more important than the sale itself. So you'll get the sale. Okay. If you're focused on the sale, then you're going to have an issue with it. If you're focused on being out there to solve people's problems, you become the master problem solver out there, you're going to see that you're going to start attracting a lot of people to you. Ask always open-ended questions that create conversations. Okay. You don't want to ask them, they're a yes and no question, like, do you have a job? Yes, that's a yes and no question. You want to have it all open-ended conversations. So ask people, what's been the biggest challenge for you this year? I'm telling you, everybody has challenges this year. Everybody I talk to has some type of challenge going on in their life, in their job, in their family this year specifically. I don't know why everybody. So this is a really great question. to make some connections to see where people are at. And I can tell you a lot of it has to do with the lack of resources, the lack of money, right? So that's when you can really bring the opportunity to people, and timing, the timing. This, I mean, that's the big one here, you guys, is the blue ocean. There's so many companies out there that have everything in different areas and products and stuff like that. There's nobody doing this in the network marketing space. So we really have the upper edge to share this, with people, being part of something that nobody's heard about yet, that nobody's tapped into yet. This is the time. And everybody wants that timing. Everybody wants a timing like that, you guys. Everybody. Okay.
Totally agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah. So make sure that you're just constantly building relationships, and always think friends first, friends first. Even if they don't join your business, down the road, you'd be surprised how many people would say, "Oh, I got a friend. Her name is Tammy. She's involved in a company that's helping a lot of people generate some income. I'd love to connect with the two of you together." Or, it could be about the data storage or whatever it is. But that's the key, is to bring it together and build relationships so strong that people will like you no matter what, if
I
they
totally
join
agree.
or not.
Totally agree. And the next point, folks, is engagement strategy. So we're giving you here some tips, some areas that are important for you to keep in mind as you are building your business. I'll show you some examples a little bit later how we're set up here. But the fact here is visualizing future outcome. This is really important. Help people dream a little. Because let's face it, these past few years, it's a little bit gray. It's been difficult for folks to see beyond the issue that we're facing. Just trying to get back. They're just trying to salvage what they have and what's been going on, and whatever is going on financially due to the inflation and so forth. And things probably will get better for sure, but for the time being, we still have to pay our bills. We still have to evolve. So what's very important is you have to help them see the bigger picture, what their life could look like. This is really important, because the moment there's an emotional connection to the possibility of getting where I want to be, that's when they become interested. Instead of you being interesting because you might be a great speaker, you're whatever it may be, you may have a great way to recruit people. But what about your downline? What about your teams? So what's happening here is teach them. And that's what we want to help you do, is help your downline to communicate this message to their prospect. Visualize the outcome. This is so powerful. That emotional connection to the possibility of getting that is what will get them interested to do business with you. And then start identifying the pain points. Tell me the question, what were your challenges this year? And from there, let them speak. Don't just be driven with what you're trying to sell them. Yes, it's only $10. But often it's not the money often that it's $10. It's the fact that, do I want to spend the time doing that? Do I believe I can handle that? Do I believe I can make money with that? This is where the questions are going to be, not necessarily the $10. So the point here is you want to define what are the pain points that they have that you could solve. What's holding you back? See, when you understand their struggles, that's when you can start providing solution to their struggles. Folks, Tammy and I have been helping people for years. You wouldn't believe some lives that's been impacted because they saw the vision and they saw the solution to the problem that they have. And often to help them kind of overcome in their mind the challenges they see, you need to have a relatable story. I'm giving you the recipe here, folks, to recruit people into your business, or customers into your your line of customers into your business. And stories are very powerful. Facts, folks, they tell. The facts of what we have to offer and everything else, it just gives information. That's cool. But the story behind it, I'm going to show you some of the videos that God Backup did with the story of damaging your phone in the middle of a trip, how devastating this could be. I'll show you that in a minute. But the story is what will create the reliable connection, whatever that may be. Now, I'm using the phone, but it could be something else. And the opportunity could actually be a solution to that. So you want to create strong rapport and make strong connection in the engagement of visualizing a better future, understanding the pain point and what is solution to those pain points. And then from there, find relatable stories that they can identify with. Yeah, if this person did it, maybe I can do it. That's why this is so important.
Yeah, and it's all about leveraging. I mean, it's great to have a social network, have a lot of contacts on your phones. It's great to be part of communities, which we highly recommend to be part of on social medias. Find groups that you can connect with and build relationships with. It's very important, but you also have to get out there on your own platform, you guys. I know people tend to avoid this one the most, but you do have to get out there on your own platforms and just say it loud, have fun. And you can see this gentleman just having some fun in front of a camera, and you see a lot of people doing it. And the ones that are getting the most crazy hits online, Chris, are often the ones that don't even have anything to do with the subject of what they're marketing, right? They're just getting eyeballs looking at them, and then they can create something. The more eyeballs and more people that are following you, the better it is, obviously, right? The more eyeballs watching you. So think of posts that you can say and start talking about what it is that we're marketing, right? Start talking about how excited you are. You finally found a solution for your data storage and not having to run out anymore. Like, that is huge. People are like, oh, really? What does she have? What does she have? And then you're going to start getting some comments, right? So you can even put stuff out there where you can say, hey, anybody else have those challenges? Put a yes in the comment. And then that way you can privately message that person and connect with them and share your links. You guys share your links. That's what it's all about. And creating always content to help build your business stronger, help to build the opportunity itself. And you want to constantly build that up and build it up and build it up where people are watching you. And also what's really important too, I find, obviously live sessions, which I'm going to talk about, but people tend to follow people that they're like, for example, myself, it's fitness. Anybody who looks at my stuff, you'll see us working out because that's part of my lifestyle. And for me, I could have all the money in the world, but if I don't have my health, how can I enjoy all of that, right? Doesn't matter what we have out there. And people get drawn to you based on who you are as a person. So put stuff out there that you genuinely love to do. Obviously fitness goes with nutrition. So you'll see me doing things from time to time, and I get people contacting me back, people wanting recipes. Guess what? It gives me an opening to have a conversation. Right. So think about stuff like that too. If you don't know what to do at the beginning to talk about the business or stuff, start connecting with people on subjects that you can connect with. So this is going to help you get out of some of that fear and comfort zone and stuff like that to be able to connect with a lot of people, create some relativity. But lives, you guys, lives are awesome. That's when you're going to get a lot of feedback, is when you start doing some live sessions. You may be telling your story, something that you found that has really transformed everything for you. You finally found something that's got a blue ocean opportunity and nobody knows about it. Guess what? You're going to have people in the comments. That's a curiosity in itself. You're going to have people in the comments going, oh my gosh, what is she up to? right? So we're just kind of throwing out some ideas of things that you can put out there. And the key, you guys, is to practice. The more you practice, the more you're going to be confident in your abilities. The more people are going to see you, right? You get out there and you look at it as practice. Guess what? You're visible. You know, people are seeing you now, and people are curious. So
So let's get some examples, Tammy, here. Let me try to show a few things. I'm going to show you my Instagram account and TikTok account. Let's see if this is going to work. Yeah. Okay.
I find that TikTok is much more engaging.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Oh, okay. Now it's asking me to confirm I'm a human. Uh, Sorry. My computer's lagging a little bit right now. There you go. Are we going to get the nice little?
There we go.
I think no,
Oh,
the legs are
oh.
not on. That's annoying. Okay, it took it. Perfect. Okay, so I can show you a few things. So, for example, here's a song. If I go to Instagram, see what happened is I created a business account, and this is all free here, folks. And this is the link. If you click on this link, I'm just showing you a little bit of the results here. If you click on this link, what it's going to happen, it's going to send you to this over here. And I'll show you how I'm following up from that. And then they have their name and their emails. And it's free, right? So in this case, they're going to start receiving my email from the email marketing system that comes with the basic package of Got Backup. Okay. So, and you'll notice here that there's just little posts that are here that are simply kind of attraction, right? Just to attract attention. This guy, this one has been seen 1,600 times. This one about 1,000 times, right? And but what happened if they're interested in what I have to do? They just need to click this, and boom, they're going to get to my page as I showed you earlier, and then they may choose to put their name and email, and then they end up into my database, and they start receiving emails, which I'll show you in a minute. So if I go on TikTok, you know what's really interesting? Look at this video here, 1,613 times. If I do it on this one here, that's 868 times views.
Sometimes it's the opposite, Chris.
Sometimes
Yeah,
it's
you can get
complete
massive.
opposite,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So if I look another one here, let's see.
And it takes time to get traction, you guys. You have to understand that. Don't give up. Because so many people give up way too soon. They think, oh my God, I'm spending all this time. It's not working. Don't give up. Keep moving.
You see how this varies, right? So some, you know, and at the beginning, remember, I was just starting, right? I was just starting. This one is we're live, and there's 652 one there. Okay. So what's important? Some of you may say,
need to do more lives on this.
Yes, this is definitely what we need to do. And once we're in Florida, we're going to do a lot more lives. But see, this is just an example of what I'm doing. And again, once they click again over here, same thing. The link is still over here. You click on that, and yes, I want to go. And then it takes me here. Again, they put their name, they put their email, they send it, and then they end up into my lists. Okay. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of an example of the system over here. The other thing too is,
and
the other thing too is Got Backup offers some social media resources here. There's some flyers that you can download, and once you download them, you can post them with a message, right? It could be a post in your social media platform, whatever this may be for you. Let's carry on here, and that's something else that I want to show you, which bring me to the launch strategy. Let's see over here. Okay, so let's get to this slide over here. So let me show you how I'm prepared over here. Okay, so if you go to my lead capture system, okay, this is the one that comes with your Got Backup service, the $9.97, and you'll notice here if I go under follow-ups, okay. And under follow-ups, I'm going to go under pre-enrollee. This is the list that your prospect will end up in. Okay. And what's happening here is the very first email they receive is this one. I'm going to click the I here to see it. Okay. It's a video that Tammy and I do. And what we're doing is we're introducing them to the Got Backup product and introducing them to the business opportunity. Just very quickly, little blurb on it. And the moment what I do here is if I click on open on that, it will send them right into the sign up right on the spot. And we've done some trainings, by the way, on how I do that. So today I'm not doing the training on that. I'm just pointing you to the system that we have to automate our business. Okay. So if I go back here, that's email number one. Now, the reason I wanted you here is here's another one that I'm going to show you where I got the video from. Don't let Emily's story happen to you. So let's click on that. I click on the I. Okay. And over here, when the people click on that video, that's the video playing.
Meet Emily on a dream trip through Europe with her friends. From the majestic Eiffel Tower in Paris to the historic streets of Rome, every moment is magic.
Can't hear it.
Bang.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get the message. Let me get rid of those. Okay, so that's the second email they're receiving. So I'm trying to create an emotional response to my audience. And you can see here what's going on. So, and this goes on and goes on. And where did I get that video? Well, you know, it's this extra promotional tools. Click on that. I'm going to select the directory called English. And I think it's under extra videos. And here it is. That's the video right here. Okay.
You got a few of them there. Mhm.
Yeah. There's a few of them you can pick from.
I thought I had messed up. I forgot to back up the photos on my phone again. But I have the perfect solution.
Okay. So you can see here that everything is available to you. So what's really important here is Tammy and I, when we run our business of God Backup, this is not a sideline opportunity for us. This is our lifeline. This is what we do for a living. We have a property in Daytona Beach, Florida. We have a property in Toronto, which are waterfront property, and we have an expensive lifestyle. But that we chose that. But reason we chose that is because that's how we designed our life. So back to the training here is when you're dealing with your warm market as a launch strategy, okay, start by getting a very clear target, who it is that you want to talk to. Who needs what you have to offer? Between you and I, everybody who owns a cell phone, everybody owns a computer. That's kind of everyone. And when you know your audience, it's a lot easier to create a message that can speak directly towards their goal. I know people who travel. I know people who also are dealing with, have lost cell phones. I'm one of those people who've lost his cell phone in the middle of a trip. And at the time, I did not know about God Backup. I was using another service, which I was able to restore all my pictures. I was very grateful for that. But God Backup offers you an opportunity. So this is what makes it even more attractive. And you want to create crafting your attention-grabbing posts. This is what I was telling you about earlier. Is what I can tell you that you saw a lot of the little clip video that I do that are there, but let me tell you that the ones that are the best that will convert for you, it's your video. Don't make them more than a minute, 2 minutes maximum. I would recommend about a minute or so. Within 15 seconds. A minute is like an eternity. 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and that's even long. 10 seconds, just to get people's attention. You want to stop people scrolling. You want to stop. Oh, what's going on here? So, you know what I mean? So very important is you want to you find posts that will grab people's attention to stop the scrolling. That's really, really important. And the fact here is that you want to get people talking. One of the reasons why I do a lot of these silly posts in my social media platforms, I want people talking. That's what I want to stop. And there's a lot of views, But I'm telling you that when Tammy start doing more lives, I assure you we will convert even more. So I'm just giving you some example. But the more you understand your target market, the easier it is to provide the information that will appeal to that market. So you saw my system right now where in my social media, there's a link that will point them. And I'm not going to use the one that has the video on. Why? Because there is already a video they saw on my Instagram or TikTok. Same thing for Facebook. But my point here is I don't want them to watch another video. If they click the link, hey, the job is done. They clicked on it. You wanted to have the information on the spot, not to watch something else again. So that's the reason why I have the name and the email. And then they end up in my email list. And then they start seeing the emails that you saw that I have there. And we've done trainings on that. And we will do more to repeat the process because things has evolved and videos has evolved and tech, tools have evolved. And to walk you through exactly how Tammy and I do what I just shared with you, so we can duplicate that with every one of you. The more all of you do well in God Backup, the more income every one of us do. We're all connected with this compensation plan. The more the entire teams does, the more profitable the company becomes. And that profit, right? The profits on the revenues, the more this increase, the more income we all earn. We are all dependent on each other. And I'm excited for the future, folks. Very, very excited. Why? Because if I look at examples like Dropbox, who has over 700 million users, do you understand if we get a tiny little bit of a fraction of that, we're going to have some six-figure income earners monthly with this company. I'm not saying that that's going to happen to you. What I'm saying is it's a possibility if you do the work. I can tell you that Tammy and I are really working hard on a daily basis, and we are consistently working at it, and we will not stop because we see the vision. I love the owners of this company. They're wonderful people, wonderful people. They do care about you a lot. In the same time, they provide a great opportunity for us to move forward in our lives by providing a service that everyone needs and everyone can afford. The reason I'm talking to people about this, especially my friends that I built over the years in our arena of network marketing, is because I know that a lot of my friends are suffering because other companies fail to deliver. God Backup is giving an entry point that's easy to get in, and the possibilities are massive. So inspiring your audience is really important. And the more seasoned you become in doing this, the more effective you will become. And I will see you on the top income ranks when you see on the charts as we present every Fridays. You can see the list of the top 10. These are the people that are constantly at it. We'd love to have you there. I'd love to be pushed around, to be honest with you folks. I want to see more people rising. And this is exactly what we're talking about with these trainings. Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, I just wanted to add anybody who's using AI, get familiar with AI, and ChatGPT has a free platform. There's all kinds of stuff out there. You guys, we can't be left behind. I mean, it's evolving so much. And often I write things down. I go to ChatGPT, give me some ideas, create some reels and posts based on whatever it is you want to talk about. And they're going to tell you how to create that reel. They're going to tell you how to do things. Things are getting easier and easier and easier and easier. But if you don't go and check the tools to see what's available, you'll have a hard time trying to keep up with what's going on, because in today's posting, you can post a lot of content and have it all created, but you can use your own personality with it and change some words and make it more authentic about yourself, right? So you can play with all of this stuff. So I just want to throw that out there, because sometimes we get these mind blocks. You know that I am the most creative after my workout. I don't know when you're the most creative, but that's the time to do your creative things. Okay, I'll always pay attention to that. When is your most creative efforts in your day? That's creating your content stuff. Okay. So daily power prospecting tips, time allocations for prospecting, block out times. If you don't block it out, we all know what happens. The day goes by and you get so distracted with all kinds of things. People multitask all the time. I'm a multitasker. I'm a woman, right? But how do I control that? Well, I generally do the cooking. So I have to meal plan, and I do this on Sundays. I tend to spend some of my Sundays to meal plan. If I have something that I'm already doing on Sunday, I start doing it on Saturday, or Friday night. Sometimes I just cut up the vegetables Friday night because we're just watching a movie or whatever, and then it gets me doing some things so that I can open more hours to be able to be more productive in business. Okay, so these are all the things that you learn over time on how to do this. And we're just kind of speeding everything up for you and giving you all the things that we've done over the years that has helped us to get more focused, to get more activities in during the day. And power hours are very powerful. You might be saying, I don't even have an hour. Okay, power 30 minutes, power 15 minutes, right? Don't make excuses. Just power something and just get some fast work done in that short period of time. And then eventually, when you start making money, you'll be able to increase that timing. Okay, so no more excuses. It's time to go into 2025 with a different mindset, a successful mindset, and getting results, getting everything done, and making things happen, and changing the way you do business. Because whatever you've been doing up to now, if it's not working for you, if you haven't gone up ranks with Got Backup, then you need to sometimes sit back and, what is that, plan, do, review, look at where you're at, what you're doing. Is it working for me? No, got to move forward. And you gotta look at this. People are just so scattered in today's world. You got to step back sometimes. That stepping back and planning will take you so much further in life, in any part of your life, period, right? So daily actions, always write them down the night before, not the day of. Take 10 minutes every night before you go to bed. Write down the most crucial things. Look at your calendar. What do you have scheduled in there? If you've got nothing scheduled, man, you got to be prospecting all the time. That's where your timing has to be. At our stage, we do a lot of things because we have a team. So we need to make sure that things are moving. And videos are being created, trainings are being created, so many things are being created. But when we're new, we need to be constantly in the field prospecting, connecting with people, join groups of things that you like to do. Don't worry about business, you guys. I think people get so wrapped up on details that they miss the point. Go connect with people that like things that you like. And then in conversation, this is going to come out and they want to make some money. And because they like you and they trust you, guess what? They're going to hop on board. And that's as easy as it is, you guys. It's not that difficult. People create all of this difficulty in doing this business, and it really is a simple business. You got to keep it simple. And tracking your efforts, you guys, that's a big one. You have to have an organized system and keep that system really, really simple. And moving forward, we have a tracking sheet. I know that a lot of our members do weekly tracking sheets just to jot down how many people did they connect with, how many people did they send their links to, how many people did they follow up with, how many people did you schedule for a Zoom session, and you just keep going and growing from there. Okay, yeah, action, action, action. We can't stress this enough. If you want to grow your business, if you're interested in your lifestyle being impacted in 2025, do not wait till January. Now is the time. Why? Because people are looking right now. People are spending money right now. Wouldn't you rather them spend money on something that can change their lives going into January, and then you can get them right into action and making money at the very beginning of January than chasing people in January? Right? So now is the time. Don't wait.
Totally agree, Tammy. Absolutely dead on. And before I get into the mentorship, let me give you a little bit of mentoring here, folks. Um, if you go to the YouTube, I'm going to put that right now in the chat so all of you can take note of it and save it if you don't have it already. This is the GVO YouTube channel where everything we do in God Backup is here. And when you go to a live session, you can see this is currently live over here. Okay. All the other live session in the past are here. They're all listed in chronological order, but based on my selection. And then from there, when you click on, I think it's by default, but yeah, that's what I do by latest. And then here's the reason why I'm showing you this. If you go under playlists, and the reason why I'm doing this, it is for you, Jennifer Spencer. Okay.
Yeah.
I know you say that you'll figure it out. Let me help you speed up the process for you.
Yes.
If you go under playlists and you go under, let's see here, let's select this one. These are the Saturday trainings. Okay. If I click on that, and they're all here. And in fact, we're doing the one we're doing today will be on top once we're done. Okay. So what's happening here is look for the one that would say something like email marketing. Let's see. We've done some here. Let me just, here we go. Mastering email marketing and content creation with God Backup and ChatGPT. That's a great one. Why did I do that? Because you know what I shared with you with my list of emails that I have? This was created with ChatGPT. And it suggested to me a whole bunch of email based on what I described I wanted, that I described with the video. In other words, the video that was there, I described it, and the ChatGPT turned around and spit something nicely. And I just added a little bit of modification, and I fixed the syntax again, so it's perfect. And I cut and paste that right into my email. And I'm explaining this in this training here. Okay, this should be thousands of views here. Okay, but again, so this is a good one. I highly recommend you spend some time on this one. Another one that I may suggest for you to get into is handling objection. This is a good one also. These are the recruits that we've done on the recruiting 30 and 10 and 30 days. We have 3 segments on this one that was tied with the cash contest. And role of a sponsor. Here's another one. Let's see here. This again, it's a really good one. If you haven't seen that, this is the launch of the new app that God Backup has. And I wanted to share with you.
There's some fundamental ones that you have to go through them, you guys. Go through them and look at the ones that will be best for you. Because we've done some how to maneuver your back office, what's available for you, how do you get your recruiting links, because we're looking at some of the comments and some of you we can see that are very, very new, so you need to go back to the basics.
Yes. Role of a sponsor. So at the end of the day, folks, we don't want to spend too much time here, but again, it's to point out exactly where things are. So I've provided you this link, folks. You can see here, Dr. Asari does an amazing, Dr. Kiwi does an amazing presentation with his team that is leading the Ghana team. And it's just, this great presentation in Italian by Sylvia and Walter. There's a great presentation by Noel. It's not in this. Yeah, here in French. It's right over here. These are Friday presentations. The Wednesday presentations are actually right here. That's the Wednesday that Joel said. They're all there. So, and all of them are actually on the main page. So the point here, folks, is it's important that you go back to some of the trainings we've done. Again, we're following the GoPro, and I see how much money they charge for these trainings, folks. And at the end of the day, you have it all here. It is free. We've been with these programs for over 4 years. For us, it's just a repeated process that we keep hearing every year, and you have it all here for free. Folks, take advantage of this stuff. Tammy and I have made millions in this industry. I'm not kidding. Millions. That's the reason why we have these 2 properties. That's the reason we had lived the life we live. It didn't come by luck. There's some people that really don't understand how to build this, and they think that we have special treatment. Are you kidding me? No, it's because of everything we're sharing with you. We're doing all of these things, and every time we invite someone to look at this, we follow the process. And that's why these trainings will help you is duplicate what we do. So mentorship is so important, right? And the fact here is to having a coach, someone, and if you're let's say your upline is not all that active, don't beat up your upline. Just come to those trainings and learn from this. You know, the best mentoring I've ever got in my entire career, I never met the guy, is Jim Rohn. I've listened to his trainings. My car was my sanctuary, was my space where I was learning while I was commuting from one point to another. And I'm sure many of you can relate to that. Maybe some of you are too young to really know Jim Rohn. But the fact here is,
I met him once in my life. Yeah, that was
yes,
a
Tammy
great
met him in person.
experience.
But you see,
Yeah.
you do not need to have a personal upline to be mentored, folks. You got it right here, right now. That's why we do these trainings. And it's important also to have an accountability process, right? It's easier to motivate if you have an accountability process. Like for example, one of the things that we have in our sheets that you can access when you go to the prospecting modules or the inviting modules, I think there's a link there to download this document, okay, this Excel spreadsheet, and have some goals on how many people you want to achieve. Have some goals on where do you want to reach, what do you want to achieve in God Backup. I know my goal is Black Diamond. I've been stuck at a triple diamond for a while because I'm building my downline. But it's not going to happen just because I wish it. It's going to happen because I'm making sure that our leaders get the right information. And often I will do a rotation. I will call all my leaders and see how things are going. I don't need to be on them every single day because I tend to recruit people that are influencers. But to recruit influencers, you need to become one yourself. So it's important that you understand the process, and everything we're telling you, that we're teaching you here today with these strategies and tactics and tips will help you get there. Right? So you want to have a shared learning environment. This is exactly what we got on Saturday. We should have 1,000 members here today. But fortunately, we have 60. Maybe it goes up to 65, whatever, because I know some. But
live, yeah.
The reality here, folks, the reality is the knowledge is here. And we're not just telling you stuff that we haven't done. We've succeeded in doing these things. That's why we teach it. So the fact here is, go back to these trainings, folks, and start listening to them. Make sure your downline comes into these trainings so they can also learn as you are learning. This is how you will duplicate. And eventually you will have your own environment. Tammy and I look forward to the day where we can stop doing our Saturday training and let other take over. But for that, we need to see results. We need to see you in a diamond and above. And we know you can get there. And you get there by helping others reaching copper, from copper to reach your gold, the platinum, the sapphire, the emerald, the diamond, double, triple, and so forth. That's what we're aiming for. This compensation plan was introduced in July, not 10 years ago, in July. We need time. If you plant a baby tree in the ground and the ground is perfectly soiled and it's perfect ground, and you go back and 3 months from now, it's like, God, that tree's not big. It's not big enough for me. Are you kidding me? Give it time. I assure you, it will grow and it will grow and it will grow. Why? Because we have the right principles in place. We have the right price point and we have a product that everyone can afford, and we keep evolving in our service. Phenomenal. That's mentoring, folks. That's mentorship. This is what you want to do with your downline. You want to help them see the big picture that at the moment they're not seeing. That's what mentoring is all about. Encourage them to get and to reach their goals. That's what mentoring is all about. Consistency, congruency, staying the course. This is what will get you there. We're talking from experience. And many of the people that are here know Tammy and I from past experiences. We are consistent, we are congruent, and we will not stop until we reach the end. And we want you with us. All of you. Doesn't matter if you're my downline or not. All of that's irrelevant. So we're going a little bit over an hour here, folks, because this is really important stuff. So back to Tammy as we end here.
Yeah, so this is our time, you guys. Power prospecting. It's time to step up our game and get out there and connect with as many people as we can, and share the big vision. That's the key. Share the vision of where we're going. Remember, we keep saying it. Blue ocean, you guys. It's a blue ocean. Everybody is going to hear about Got Back Up. We're still the secret out there, and if we don't open our mouths, then somebody else is going to open their mouth and get those people. So go out and talk to as many people as you can. So always have your action reports on the go. And this is the best way to know whether you're growing or not, is your action sheets, right? If you're not making money, guaranteed your action sheet will reflect, right? So you have a look at your sheet, keep your sheet growing, keep talking to people, keep inviting, and eventually people will come into your business. So it's just a matter of following up and building rapport and handling any questions or objections. That's the key. And setting your goals, you guys. If you're not setting goals, what are you aiming for? Seriously, what are you aiming for? If you're not out there planning it, right? So you got to plan first, set your goals first, and then go out and make it happen and do whatever it takes to make it happen over and over and over again. Every single day you have to go out there and connect with new people. You have to go out there and help your team members get to copper, right? And then help them teach their people to get to copper, so that everybody is growing. And show up. There's so many people that just don't show up, and they wonder why it doesn't work. Well, it's not working because you're not showing up, right? So it's important. If your team members are not on this session today, send this link to everybody, because they need to hear about this. It's time for people to step up. It's time for people to run with this, because we're blue ocean, you guys.
Absolutely. And in closing, folks, as we end here, is transform your knowledge into action. Don't just close this and then just kind of go and start watching Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever. It's okay. I do that too. But find, again, schedule yourself, schedule your day. Because remember that it's someone else that's getting paid for you to watch. So the fact is, you want to get paid for your activities on a daily basis. And those activities that you do on a daily basis will reflect the results and the income that you'll be earning. So commit to daily prospecting, folks. Tammy talked about this earlier. In our business, we prospect. Sponsoring 3 people and training 3 people is not going to cut it. You have to get to be in a habit of prospecting daily, not just you, but your downline. And if your downline doesn't do it, don't get mad at them, folks. It's a free army. It's not a dictatorship organization. People choose if they want to do this or not.
And help them overcome, because often they don't know what to say. So you got to be there to help them.
Yes. And empower through accountability. Make sure that once they decide what they want and you know what their goals are and you found some of the pain points, once you know these things, then you can create an accountability program that's tailored to that person. Now, there is a comment that was put over here about Spanish regeneration zone. I completely understand. And I want to understand that it's not going on deaf ears. Well, obviously I'm reading, not hearing, but you know what I'm talking about. I understand all of this. This is why we need Spanish leaders to step up. There's a lot of Spanish speaking people that are very seasoned in this business, and they already got backup, but maybe they're just haven't taken the lead yet. Or maybe you can become that person. For the time being, my recommendation is just use the little wheel, select language translation. It's active and it's going to be subtitling. I know it's not the same. I get it. But here's some of the things that Tammy and I do. We're doing a training, for example, for some of our leaders that speak Spanish. They will have a translator who's going to be translating on their behalf. So my point in saying here, folks, is we want to help you, but I wish I could speak all languages. Unfortunately, it is not the case. But I do have the knowledge. We do have the knowledge. And some of your leaders do have the knowledge. So if you speak Spanish or Italian or German or whatever this may be, and you are in a position of leadership and you understand what this is all about, we need you to step up so we can put you on the stage to start communicating and expanding the knowledge so we can grow this company to its fullest potential. So folks, in closing here is take action on what you learn. Move forward. And it's okay to be messy. Allow yourself to be messy. It's always messy at the beginning. You're not going to do everything right, but start somewhere. And you need a starting point. Start with the trainings that I pointed out to you that Tammy and I have recorded in their playlists. Find a title that is relevant to what you're looking for. Watch them. You may want to skip areas if you feel that we're talking about certain things and you're looking for something else that is further down the line of the presentation. Just move the line up to this point. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of this knowledge, folks. I'm telling you, you got everything you need. And if it's in a different language, activate subtitling. I know it's not perfect, but in some cases, in many cases, it might be enough to understand what we are talking about, and you become that leader. And we'll put you on stage. So Tammy, we'll end on this note. So we want to thank you for being here, folks. And Tammy, as you can see, we're very passionate about this business. As I mentioned earlier, for us, this is not a part-time hobby. This is a lifeline income stream that we need to live on. So tell me, I will tell you, folks, we will put everything we got in building this. And I assure you that it'll be rewarded. And we want you part of that. So thank you so much for attending. Tammy, is the last thing you want to share as we end?
I just want to see a whole lot of black diamonds next year and go back up. That's so awesome. I saw Dr. KOA, you were talking about triple diamond. I know that anybody who puts their heart and soul into something and they're actively doing it and practicing every single day, they can get to the top. And the reason I know that is because I'm average. I'm an average person who made a decision 20 some odd years ago that I was going to the top. And if you make that decision and you keep working at it, then you will get there. It's just a matter of vision first, actions, vision, actions, and you'll see, you'll get there.
And you can see as my little buddy here on the back here, do
Yeah.
or do not. There is no try. So have yourself a wonderful rest of your Saturday. We look forward to see you in our presentation. I recommend on Joel's presentation on on Wednesday, show up, bring your guests. Joel always include some of the personal thoughts. Tammy and I do our Fridays. I know Dr. Kiwi does it also on Fridays. I forgot the exact time. And I know that there are also a Sunday presentation. There are mentoring going on in Italian and French. Just stay tuned. And on the God Backup, you have the schedule for all the events that are taking place. So have yourself a great rest of your weekend, folks. And those of you that are going to the GoPro, we'll see you there. Bye for now.